I hope you guys can see me. Uh, welcome, everyone to the Anfield Effect. It's been a minute, but I'm still here. As you come in, just drop a like on the live. You know what the story go. Um, so we going to talk about everything Liverpool and my side. Let me just officially just apologize. I've been MIA. Number of reasons. The last live. Welcome, Paul. Yeah, long time. It's been a minute for you. But happy to be back and thanks for being the first on the live. Yeah, so I was out overseas. The last live I did was overseas. I've been back now close to a month, not officially a month. But being back and stuff. So I have not been fully settled to resume my regular scheduling. However, no excuses. We're getting on with the ball game. So as you come in, hit the like, and of course, shout out where you're from if you're new here, and of course, please consider subscribing. If you hear me well, Paul, let me know. You've been unwell? No, I have not been unwell. When I came back, I had to go straight back into work. So I had to sort of settle myself down, and then get back in the frame of mind. Still love you. Get back in the frame of mind to you know resume regular scheduling. So of course, we're talking all things Liverpool. If you're here for the first time, hit the like and say hi to me. I'll say hi to you wherever you're from. Um, Greetings. Okay. Hi, Simply Michelle. Thanks for. I said simply. Thanks for chiming in. Everybody know that's the wifey. Yeah. So a whole lot of things has been happening, and I'm probably late on the on the money. Nevertheless, our season does start until tomorrow. So I said to myself, I had to, I had to come on here to have a conversation with you guys because it would not. I couldn't just jump in at the season after the first match done. Yeah, it would just not be right. And if you see me wiping, it's hot, very hot here in Jamaica. Like it's nighttime and I'm sweating, so it don't get cool as it. Anyway, let's get on to the business. So, um, I know, Paul, that we have been slow on the transfer market. It is very concerning. However, I listened to Iraola, one Iraola, Iraola. I listened to his press conference, and he indicated that signings are going to be done. He just hopes it's more than one. Um, I don't know, and of course, me listen to I watch Craig very regular. It says use his head is not on the job poor. Yeah, yeah. Um, and honestly, my side, I don't know if because the other guy left. I don't William. So this is Richard using the other one. Mark is I don't remember his name. Mark some Edwards says Richard Edwards and someone I use. I don't know if because the other guy left, no, him kind of topsy turvy, but it doesn't appear that there is transfer plan. Even the guy from is it Barcelona? Yeah, with the defender guy. He he doesn't. He said, "Use is leaving." We shot him as left already. Remind me, because I know that there's one who said that we heard that he's going to Saudi, and then there's Michael Edwards. That's all. So we shot him gone already. You can't tell me. I don't remember. However, um, it appears that there wasn't a real plan regarding the transfer season or the transfer market because it would just seem like we just make it up as we go along. All right, 'cause the guy from Barcelona, the defender, defender guy. I don't remember his name. He just looked like him. In fact, Craig was saying that he just he was offered to us. It's that nice that Liverpool reached out to him. His people reached out to us, and so we said, okay, take the deal, right? But it's not like we went out to say, okay, this guy has X amount of time on his contract, and or you know he's having he's a good defender because most of the comments I've heard about you, and I watched him in the preseason. He's a aggressive player, and he has a little speed. But my concern is the aggression that I see. That is my concern, and I don't know if he has a temperament to not be carded regularly. Yeah. However, however, I do see, and then he's a professional in the business for a while, and then we also were told that the contract that he has, there's no guarantee for a signing. It's just a matter of if we decide to sign him, but there's no guarantee to sign him or to buy this player. But I hope Van Dijk can settle him down because though he was well, he came from Barcelona as a defender. The hope is that he'll be able to transition into the Premier League and really and truly make a contribution. So we hope he can settle down quickly enough. Van Dijk can, because it looked like him and Van Dijk are a partner as it stands. But I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Irola will have to select a team tomorrow, right? And we're going to have to play Newcastle. You can tell me, Paul. I am very concerned. I don't know if you are concerned as I am. Will Liverpool really and truly be ready for tomorrow? Whether or not the match is on and we're going to have to face the music, I still believe that we're on shaky ground. I'm not entering this new season confidently at all. I know Craig has been talking about it, and he was saying that, boy, um, we are not prepared and we're not ready for the season. I believe that Iraola is going to do his best, but with the signings or the lack of signings that we have had, and we're trying to utilize all of the resources, that at his disposal, the Premier League cannot and will not wait for Liverpool. The Premier League not going to wait for us. I don't know what happened this year because last year we spent near to half a billion and we got what we got, barely made Champions League position. And this year, I don't know. Is it that we just overspent and we just feel like we just out of the league now? We don't know what to do, what to turn to, because I don't understand it. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me, and I'm not confident going into this season. I know Iraola is going to try and put his best foot forward. I don't know. I mean, Curtis Jones, we know is already gone. We're still hearing rumors of Gakpo leaving. So I don't know. We don't. I don't know. I, put it this way. I guess the proof is in the pudding and in the eating. So let's see what happens tomorrow. But I don't know. I'm just that confident. If you while you're watching this live, you realize that most I'm saying I don't know because we really don't know. It's I've never seen us again. Again, I've never seen us in so much shambles. Normally, yes, we do our thing behind the scenes, and then here, breaking news, we signed this player, we signed that player. Um, it feels like panic. It does. It does feel like panic. Use done a poor job. Simply, use head is in the Saudi Arabia. Um, lack depth plus the owners if they are getting out. Are they getting out? I know they sold a good, well, although best Jeff Bezos, what's her name? Amazon owner. I know he's going to be a minority shareholder, but I hear that, I mean, he was sold, was it 13% of the shares? And so we know, say, Jeff has money, but I don't think we're going to see that the impact of of that sale immediately. And if you say that FSG is heading out, and boy, I'm behind time, because I didn't get that impression. I get the impression that they would still be majority shareholder. LeBron James also is a shareholder, and of course now here the Amazon man come in and he's a shareholder. So I never got the impression that they were heading out. So I guess you probably can fill me in their support. But I don't think we're going to feel the effects of that yet, because I don't know. I think about it. Maybe the FSG was waiting not to spend their money, but rather to wait till Jeff come in and decide to invest in the club and then use his money. Every business person, I mean, as we understand, they don't use their personal money. They use other people money to invest and then take the return from that investment. Yeah. So maybe FSG was waiting and Jeff to come with his money so that to invest. But who you think though will be the starting level? Because um I need to make sure me get that guy's name right. The one that the new signing for Liverpool. Although he is it's like a loan deal. Well, not it's like it is a loan deal. Yeah. So let me type this and get the names. Um, but my side question though, do you think it was wise to sell Curtis Jones? I know he had a little beef with Soboslai with wanting to take the with wanted to take the captain's armband, and the next match it was a flop. I don't know. I don't know. I think he probably just dropped his shoulders because he probably don't feel like FSG was really looking to keep him. So him just drop him shoulder. And he probably over time just figured say he wanted out anyway. And again, the amount of players it has, although he was sold for 35, can confirm it is 35 million pound we sell Curtis Jones for. And of course, Robert is gone. And again, as we said, we hear about Cody Gakpo, who it's rumored that he's going to leave to St. Tottenham. I don't know if it's true or not. However, let me just read some of this. Which says last summer it only works out a net spend of okay. So net spend would have only been 150 million basically last year. So we never spend the whole half a billion, or next to half a billion. So we did pretty well still. I mean it's clear that we are prudent, in business. FSG them manage them money good. They let us spend widely. But the truth is, if we are going to be title contenders, as you come on my side, hit the like, it don't cost nothing, and it helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. It is clear then that if Arsenal is so I call it, strengthening the team, Arsenal has depth, and if we are going to compete, if we are serious about competing for trophies, then we have to be spending money. We have to have strength in the side. No, I think what FSG one, I do think that they were waiting on Jeff to come in and spend his money. And that's what I believe. Secondly, Iraola has a knack for taking like subpar players and making them really great, just like how Klopp used to do it. So I think maybe that the combination of those two has led to the poor activity or the lack of activity in the transfer market with Liverpool. And me not lie, my side, I am very concerned. Um, so no DM is huge mistake. Irola style is fast, high press, but depth depth is key to that. I totally agree. I don't. Iraola is going to run or ask the team to really run. He's going to ask them to run, and with that, persons are going to have to just run them socks off and come off. Now, if we have the team running like that, and the depth is weak or the bench is weak, we are going to be in trouble. I think I don't. You see, because we don't know what's going on in the minds of the owners, it make me feel like they are settling for top four. And I think Craig had said it. Because Craig was saying that boy, their prediction, I think it was Fox Sports who brought out their prediction, and they predicted that Liverpool should probably come between fourth or fifth. Yeah. Now, I am the eternal optimist. So if we come fourth, I'll take it. But I'm always hoping that we can strike goal, or we can do something that would turn our fortunes around. As you come on my side, just hit the like button. If you're here for the first time, consider subscribing. Yeah, it will really appreciate. It will be appreciated, and it helps the channel. I don't know if that's where FSG head is. Let just settle for top four, and that's where we are. Because Manu played today, and they got trounced. Well, not really trounced. Got trounced should have been like 6-0, but they got beaten by Hull City. Um, I was listening. I was watching a clip with that's football. What's his name again? Oh Lord, don't remember his name now. But anyway, you know who run that's football, and he was saying we'll be beaten by B City. You know, like yeah, but you know what? If they call it BI City, the man they beat Manu 2-0. So, you know, all the Manu fans who's gonna watch this, I'm happy for you that you lost. So I don't know what that would be tomorrow, but it's always a good thing to see a rivals lose, especially the first match. So Carrick is in some hot waters. Um, Paul says, I think Irola is very good, and you can see good first half, but fade second half. Yeah, that was what we saw. Mark Goldberg, that's the name. So Goldberg said, "We'll be beaten by B City," but his nickname for Hull City because they're in area yellow and black, so they got B's. Notwithstanding, they got beaten 2-0. So you can't talk a little about attack. So we're glad someone who get them ass trumped. No, Arsenal won their match, and Arsenal look good. Are we settling to just go in the top four or even top five? Because I gather we'd still, if I mean top five would still make it into the Champions League because I think there's an extra spot that the England has gotten, right? But we don't know my team. We don't know it just looks sticky power. And because all right, so even if Ariola is able to use these youngsters, right? Arviola is still there. I think Chiesa is still there. Um, and of course you have the Trione and you have Ingamoa, all those youngsters. It it's going to it's I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it's enough. And we have maybe what 2 more weeks left in the transfer season. You can confirm that with me, Paul. 2 more weeks in the transfer season, or probably a week and much, right? Um, there is talk for Minte, but his price tag is what, 70 million pound. I have watched Minte, and he's a very good player. I hear that he's not is injured now, but then so maybe the price should drop. But Brighton knows that Liverpool has money, so they're not gonna drop the price. Yeah, the price not gonna drop. So and then now there's still this issue with Barcola and Mbai. I don't know where that is happening. I know where persons are saying at least Craig, Craig I'm a boss. Craig has been saying that Barcola deal is done, and but he has been saying that for the past 2 weeks, and we're still not seeing a movement in a positive way towards Liverpool. So I don't know this, sir. And by I know he also has expressed that he wants to leave, and incidentally also I heard that Minte and Liverpool have already agreed personal of terms. So I believe that we will get Minte. Now, if we get those three players, but they are wide players again, I think the depth would be strengthened. I think that would be sufficient. However, as you said, Paul, having having a DM, a specialized DM, would have been preferred. We know that Gravenberch can play it, and he has played it well on the Arna. Well, not last year. It was last year was Bisbal, but the year before when we won the Premier League. But he has played the position, but he's not a specialized DM. So I don't know if we were in the market to target a DM, and so Gravenberch may have to just play that role again. However, with Iraola and his tactics, we are just hoping. I'm not gonna be erratic like Craig and just start cuss all and sundry and say, yo, with this and with that. I am still hopeful that with what Iraola has to work with, him can still get the best out of what he has to work with. That is what I'm hoping for. New French centre back is going to be a good player. Not enough depth for Irola's style right now. That is true. That is true. Right? Let me see if we can find um, Frimpong. Right. So the guy name is Ronald Arujo. Arujo. Right. So he's Uruguayan. Um, as I say, the depth. So we have a group of youngsters in it, and I don't even know if something is back. What's his name? Fully back. Bradley. Donny Bradley is fully back, right? So I think we are running it very slim. We are running it very very slim. But um, Watara Endo is still with the side, and I still give Watara his props. So I don't know. We just have a, there is going to be a watch and see tomorrow, a real watch and see, right? As we're gonna have to really really watch and see what happens tomorrow. No, if I should go into my predictive or prediction for tomorrow. All right, so I'd say Allison is in goal. Right back, I think it's gonna have to be Frimpong. If Bradley was fit, I would have preferred Bradley on the right back. But we bought Frimpong as a right back, so I'm gonna give Frimpong the right back position. Next name would be Arua, so that's his name. The Uruguayan. He would be playing the two centre backs, him and Van Dijk, and of course on the left would be Kirkes. For the center or midfield, I'm looking at Gravenberch. I'm going to go with Soberslai, and it has to be McAllister. I don't think we can play around with that area. Um, Stefan Bajcetic, I hope is up to par, but he would have to be, if he is, because I'm not sure he is, but if he was, then he'd have to be like a substitute or something. I don't want him to start the match. We have to put our best foot forward. And over the preseason that we saw, it is clear that we put out the first half, the strongest team we have, and they perform well. The second half is where we have a problem if we have to chop and change. That is when the team gets weakened. On the plus side, the new French centre back is going to be a great. Is going to be great. Um, Remind me of the name of the new centre back because apart from Arua, same name. Um, and this is the young guy you're talking about. But would he be ready for now? Oh yes, my bad. I remember now. Jeremy Jackie. So that's it. That's it. So Jackie would have to get the nod over Arua. Sorry. Thanks, Paul. Because we watched Jackie Jeremy in the last match, and of course he scored a goal, and he is far more composed than Arua. I hope I pronounce him name right. I don't it's Arujo. No, it's Aru. I did probably the J is silent. Anyway, you know what I'm talking. I am hoping, well, not hoping. Jeremy Jackie looked like he would be the one to partner with Van Dijk. Um, I'm happy that we went for a tall another tall centre back, so that we have some jumping power or height when it comes to corners. I am concerned that we don't defend corners, set pieces in general. We don't defend set pieces well. I hope Irola is able to fix that. But we also pose an attacking threat to the opposition team, to the opposing team, when we have corners or free kicks too. So you know we can go toe to toe with any team on that wise. It is clear we can see that. Now, if we can keep the first team players fit, let's see how far them can go. Because as you know, pressing that Iraola plays, the pressing in that Iraola plays, is going to be very taxing on all the players. Um, I'm reminded about Klopp and how Klopp was a heavy metal style coach, and we saw over time that some of the players started to feel the work and injuries started to set in. But I think Klopp did manage it well, and we're hoping that Irola will do the same. So the midfield, as I say, so let's start over. So we Alisson in the goal, right back Frimpong, beside him will be Jeremy Jacquet, then Alisson, then Kirk is on the left. In the center, we're gonna have Gavin Bridge. I forgot about the DM. They have McAllister and Sobosai playing in front of him. On the right, now this is where it gets interesting because it would appear that um, we'll have to use Ingamoa on the right. I prefer him on the left, to be honest. And if Gakpo is still with us, which we have not heard anything otherwise, then he and Gakpo would have to be on either side. Now, the other, what's his name? The other young guy, the other new sign that we have. Let me get his name. Um, oh, right. Let me get his name. Um, Vic may take aside. Because Victor looked better on the right, and I'd probably go with Ingamo on the left. But knowing, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Because I don't think he's going to use, I don't think he's going to use, or he's going to bench Gakpo. So maybe Gakpo would play the first half and then Ingamo will come on in the second half. Yes? But Victor Munoz, I'm giving him one of the wings, and I would give. But then he's a challenge now because Isak has his place. Isak is playing forward. Isak has to start. But what Verts, where would Verts play? So then, in my mind, Verts will play on the left, Ingamo on the right. So Victor Munoz will have to then have a rest. Cause we can't bench Verts. Yeah? Um, so that will be my team. Ingamawa will play on the right, Wirtz play on the left, Isak plays center forward. Now, my prediction score, because we are going to Newcastle. We're going to Newcastle to play them. Um, and their side has been weakened because they sell Tenali. Um, I know what's his name again. He's now playing for. He's now playing for. Is it Brentford? Brentford. Is it McCallum in name? He was playing. He was one of the centre forwards for Newcastle. He's no longer there. So Newcastle's team has been weakened to a point. So I'm thinking that Liverpool should win this one. We should win this one. And of course, it's going to be one of those meeting where Isak is going back for the is it the first time? I think Isak is going to be going back against Newcastle for the first time. So it's going to be a real humding of a match. I will definitely be tuning to watch. So I'm predicting that we should at least win by maybe 2 goals to 1. 2 goals to 1. If it's not 2-1, it will be 2-0 or 3-1. After choose a score, don't it? All right. So I'd probably go with 2-1. Probably go with 2-1. Um, it is a daunting prospect because if Iraola can get the team to play compact and to have Gravenberch play like he played when we won the Premier League, we probably can. And I said scrape through. We're not talking scrape through tomorrow match. I'm talking about scraping through to come in maybe second or third in the league. Because catch us now, the only team I am seeing, because the way Arsenal beat City with it, yeah, Arsenal outplayed City completely. The only team that can challenge Arsenal right now, it has to be us. Man U no look ready. Yeah. Tottenham don't look ready. Tottenham not ready. Got them get beaten 3-0 today too. Um, who else? And of course, Man City was destroyed by Arsenal. So the only team that looks like we probably can pose some sort of challenge would have to be us. Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea is in the picture in terms of a title contender. But if it and so if it is not going to win the league again, it pains me to say that. But if we are not the ones to put up a challenge, yeah, Arsenal may just win the league again. So, and it will be sad because all the world over. I mean, Arsenal's management has now decided they're going to back Arteta. Arteta is spending money, and of course, oh yes, Gimerich, Bruno Gimerich, he is now playing for Arsenal. So they have put a very strong midfield in position, right? So I mean, I don't know. I am touting Isak to score. I think he will score in the match tomorrow. Um, I also think Ingama will score and possibly Verts. That's where I'm looking at. Um, it's gonna be a good match. I think it's gonna be a good match. Oh God, another fast winger, and then puts us in the frame. Um, yes, it does. It does. So if we can get Barcola over the line, honestly, Diamande was the one that got away. but he didn't want to come to Liverpool because him say more Ballon d'Or. All right. I could we offer him a Ballon d'Or? Not on the first season. But I think he missed an opportunity, just like Caicedo and Lavia missed an opportunity. They are looking at the short term, they're not looking at the long term. However, they made their decision. Um, I if you look at some of my previous videos, I was really touting for Nunes to come back, and a lot of person gave it a stick. Are you crazy? Nunes this, Nunes that. But I was always looking at the fact that if if Iraola can communicate effectively with Darwin, and Darwin made sure to cut ties with his Saudi Arabian side, who, who knows? As they come in my side, hit the like, cost you nothing. Thanks, and I really appreciate it. Just hit the like before you leave. And just come share your comments, man. We're talking about the match tomorrow. Liverpool's season starts tomorrow. And of course, whichever team you support, you can come here and have your say. Man U supporter, City supporter, Arsenal supporter, whichever team you support, you can come and have your say. Right? So I am looking forward to seeing the style of play that Klopp made us get used to. And if we see that in Iraola, we're good. If Iraola plays the kind of football, and in the preseason will not tell us full story. Preseason will not tell the full story because preseason is going to be a test to see who is ready, who is not ready, and it's going to be a match and miss sort of situation where you want to pool some players and say, how they work together and whatnot. But so preseason would not be a good a good reflection of what the team is going to be, which to me again is not a bad thing because with the preseason, people are going to look on our team to try and poke and say, okay, where the weaknesses are. But the truth is that the weakness probably is seen, but the strength is disguised because they won't be able to say, okay, who is he gonna put as the first team? I mean, I just give him my prediction, right? But the coach is the one who has the final say. And if he decides, or whichever team he decides, it is because he would have been day in, day out with them and know who would be the best fit for this particular match coming up. For minimum of two players, winger and defensive midfield changes everything. Um, already the safe, already the style is better under Irola. I agree. I agree because what we're seeing so far is what we're accustomed to. The only part that we didn't like in the preseason was the second half of each match. Yeah, and of course, as I said, we lost about three games in the preseason. I think we only won one of them, but that doesn't tell the full story. And I don't have a problem losing the matches in the preseason because it gives Iraola enough information to be able to decide who works where and who works best, and to decide, okay, this is my best 11, and whatever he comes up with, whichever 11 he comes up with, I am willing to back my coach on that. Preseason showed good first half, lack of depth in second half, showed more depth for Irola. Yeah, yeah. So at the end of the day, we we just have to just trust the hand of the coach and hope that quickly, maybe in the January market, Jeff will spend some money. Yeah, Amazon boss will spend some money, and we can. honestly, my side, I am, I am, I am, I am not gonna put a whole heap of pressure on Iraola for this season. I just want Iraola to bring back our style of football, entertaining, fast paced, running the competition down to the ground and scoring some goals. The only concern, well, one of the concern I have with the preseason matches, Iraola has to find a way to get into the mind of our other players to give Isak the ball. Isak is moving in the right positions. He's just not getting enough of the ball. Verts looks pretty good, on and off movement, but I believe Isak is going to be the main man. And if he's the main man, then we must give him more of the ball. It cannot be that, for example, don't like when Haaland would get the ball like every minute. They want to find him. I mean, of course, Kevin De Bruyne was the one who was more kicking, giving Haaland the over assists, right? But the service that Haaland would have gotten is the same type of service that Isak needs to get, and it would be like I mean a rub in the face somewhat if Isak goes and score 2 goals tomorrow at Newcastle. Yeah, pray that he stays safe because we don't want nobody got injure him again. You know, and then we are waiting for Eketike to come and it is said, pardon, it is said that Eketike should be back by October thereabout because his recovery, is actually going faster than expected. So when they check the levels, if we should look at all things, if everybody who we had on the squad was fit, I would not be this concerned, to be honest with you. Because I mean, even say you have Stefan Bajcetic, if Stefan was well, it would be all right. Harvey Elliott is of a little concern to me because I don't, and maybe it's because we did such a number on him, to send him go Aston, send him go Villa go sit down, send him gonna go Villa go sit down for no reason at all, when we could have had him in the squad. But he's back. He's not as sharp as when he left us, but we are hoping that he will rise to the occasion and improve as time goes on. Yeah. Um, Leone, Leone is again. We have seen vast improvement with him. So as we said, if we really and truly have all our players back and fit, I'm I'm not going to be too concerned about depth. Dominic score tomorrow, free kick. As a come out my time, hit my side, hit the like, and support. I really appreciate it. Dominic Sabasai to score tomorrow a free kick. Listen, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I know say when I check it in a real life, the team not look tree, but it's just the concern of the depth and if how much is it how much are we going to be depending on the youngsters that we have, and will it be too much to demand on them to come in and fill the slot, knowing knowing what we saw in preseason. You understand? That is where the concern is. But if they stay fit and play the football as they should, then let us take it match by match. We can take it match by match. A lot of the senior players are not up to level of fitness Irola expects that Irola expects. I said. That is true. That is true. They're not up to par yet in terms of fitness. So I'm thinking that they themselves have to just take it easy, keep the ball more, because if the opponents has the ball, then we will have to do a lot more work, right? So we need to keep the ball more, keep more of the ball, and press on the counter. We have to play that style of football where we control the pace of the game. Because knowing that levels of fitness is not up to par, then we can't afford to be chasing the game. We have to be the ones to control the pace. And knowing Newcastle is not going to want to go at us man to man. They are going to sit back and try and catch us on the counter. And if that works, if Newcastle catches us on the counter, then it's going to put some pressure on us. As you come on, hit the like. I'm Cornell. Say hi to me. I will say hi back to you. Tell me where you're from. Leave a comment in the comment section. Share your views, and let us talk about you know our season, Liverpool season beginning tomorrow, right? So if it is that we control the pace of the game with our fitness concerns, then we will be able to have a more dominant say in the game, right? Manu, as I say, they don't look like they're going to pose any form of competition to Arsenal. City is looking very, very shaky. Chelsea out of the picture, Tottenham out of the picture. So I think the new rivalry is going to be between Arsenal and us. Yeah, it is going to be between Arsenal and us, and in a way, when we meet up, when Arsenal and Liverpool meets, that is going to tell a lot about how the season will pen out. It's gonna come down to who can win their own matches, and how much points we can take on the road, and who is going to be running in the end, who's going to have the stability to stay in the end up to the last match. I think it's going to go right down to the wire, because in as much as Arsenal has spent money to boost up, you know, the bench, I believe that football is not won on paper; it is won on the field. So, and Iraola is a master tactician. I know. Arteta has grown, and the fact that the master of all masters is no longer in the league. Yeah, so we now have to find a new top master, and we are hoping that Iraola will become that new man. VVD said the pace in training is very high under Iraola, and those not up to it should get out. The truth is, Van Dijk probably have another year, and he probably will get another year signing on. And as the captain, he might talk, he might make the tough talk, because you have to have that mentality, the mentality of you're here and you're gonna give 110%. And if you're not willing to do that, then Iraola has to make a decision. And sometimes the youngsters may see an opportunity if they will put in the work. If they will put in the work, then the youngsters, that they can see an opportunity. First off, we will be all over our Newcastle. We have Eketike to come back to. Right, I did mention that. So, as I said, if we were to have all of the squad members fit and ready, all the team, all the squad fit and ready, I wouldn't be this concerned. Eketike to come back. By Tetich is still a very good DM. That's the position he played, because remember when Fabinho left, by Tetich was the youngster who stepped in the next season and played a very good game. and that's where he got his injury. And everybody like, whoa, where you find this youngster from? You understand? And that's when he got his injury. Um, and then of course we also we, we also rather or I think it's Jeremy Jackie was the one who got injured when he just no, he's one of the signings from the last season, but we couldn't get him until this season. So there was another youngster who we signed, and he was playing the defensive role, and he got injured. Let me see if I can't remember his name. See if I can remember his name. Um, right, Leone, Leone. I think it was, but and he's taking his time to to come back. Um, Calvin Ramsey not too bad either, right? So and of course, so you have Neone and you have Leone. Sometimes mix up the name, right? So Neone is also one of the midfielders that we have, and as I say, we hope that he can make a good contribution to the team, right? And when you look at the side, when you look at the team, myself, it look too bad, I know Liverpool has never gone for us always having be a big name players anyway, right? When you look on the team, bad, right? For the defense, and all right, so let's talk about Joe Gomez, because Joe Gomez, I don't know, Joe Gomez kind of feel like one horse now where done its time, because even at preseason he fell to injury again, and I mean we have to give him props, but me feel like the pace of the game now and what Liverpool wants to do, I think it's ahead of Joe Gomez, and a decision will have to be made in the future, in the near future, right? So you have, and I don't know how long Van Dijk going last. So you have Jeremy Jacquet, Kirkes, Gomez, Conor Bradley, Giovanni Leone, um, and of course you have Simicas is back. Uh, uh, Simicas, oh my word. This minute him good, next minute is rubbish. I don't know. In on the middle ground. Um, and of course we have Arau. He is the Loney. Stefan Bajcetic, Calvin Ramsey, and Amara Nalo. All right, and in midfield we have end of Verts, Dominic, McAllister, Federica Chiesa. Now let's talk about Chiesa. What is going to all right? Chiesa says he's willing to fight for his shirt. He wants to stay at Liverpool and fight for his game. Because there was discussion to say that, you know, he's probably going to leave. Now, we have not seen any movements on that wise, and we're happy that Chiesa is still, being looked at. It's not like anybody's trying to push him out. So I'm praying and hoping that Chiesa can find himself as a super sub. I know he will not get to start over anybody in the front. He's not going to start over Ingamova. He's not going to start over Verts. He's not going to start over Isak. So he's going to have to come in as a super sub. So all in all, as I was reading on the squad, my team, as I was reading on the squad, right? RV Elliott, Ryan Gravenberch, Trey Neone, and James McConnell, right? The team that look too bad. Yeah, we don't have big names and we don't have all big names, but the team that look too bad, right? For the forwards, now you have Isak, Cody Gakpo, Eketike, Victor Munoz, and of course you have Ingamore, right? The team that look too bad. So Craig, I'm a boss, but I know he gets real antsy about when him not see that activity, especially if the competition is doing movements, right? And one of the things that Craig has really voiced is the fact that it doesn't appear that Liverpool had a strategy, had a plan for the transfer season, right? And that is the where we are wondering what one in terms of the mindset of FSG and what is it that they are looking forward to, or what is it that their ultimate thing is, right? All of us as Liverpool supporters, we want to see our team win trophy. We don't just want to come fourth and fifth. We want to see our team win trophies. It would, it would kick us in the gut if Man U ever win this year and go one ahead of us. Crazy, and it appears that like there's lack of ambition towards us going forward to win trophies, right? I was disappointed to know that Diamond refused Liverpool. Like, who does that? Yeah, Lavia and Caicedo. But normally, normally no team when Liverpool going for a player, we not get rejected. Yeah, we sign we talk to the player, personal terms will be signed off easily, and then the negotiation with the club will commence. But we don't normally get rejected. But last year was a crasher. Last year was abysmal, and so that may be one of the reasons why there was hesitation on Diamonde's part to come and play for us. Notwithstanding, if I'm sure if Iraola gets to gets the team to gel, we will not have a problem attracting any player that we want next season. God's willing, we will not have a problem. Um, so Paul says Iraola beat Arsenal away last season. Yeah, and with um a strong side, a lesser strong team, if you want to put it like that. Yeah. So it's not just if our players are willing to work hard under Iraola's instruction, we'll be good. We'll be good. Um, Sounds like your wife is mixing concrete, Cornell. No, she's sewing, and there are some papers. Oh, but why would you say that though? So like she's mixing concrete. No, oh, maybe you hear the vibration. No man, she's sewing. She's a seamstress. Um, but a lot of our players are good for countries. It was slow football last season. Listen, I don't even want to talk about slot. It is as a dream, it's just a nightmare. I just want to go past. I don't want to remember it. It just listen how we handled Jota's death, um, and even how he handles not as much the press. It was commendable. The fact that he came and he won a trophy with us, commendable. We gave him props to that. But other than that, I want to forget it. I don't want to remember the whole. I don't want to remember nothing about last season. I just want to move on from that nightmare because it was a nightmare. I've never seen, and it's just the other day I was thinking to myself, if you win with such a team, yeah, the players that you won with, why would you make an old scale change to want to rip the team apart and get in who you want to get in? Why would you not stay? One of our biggest problem was this. One of our biggest mistake was to sell theirs. Hit the like for me as you come in. Just drop a like on the video on the live. Share your thoughts. Say hi to me and say hi back to you. Share your thoughts on the season coming. Who you think is gonna win this season? Um, it looks Arsenal look good, but my team is Liverpool, as you can see, kissing the crest. Um, but tell me who you think is gonna win the league. And what are your thoughts on the season coming forward, right? But I just I've never seen Liverpool play so bad. He makes Rogers look top class. Yeah. So if you won with a team, you're just coming at the club as a coach, and you win with a team, we are changed for. Why would you change course? Why would you not stick with the same players that made you won the trophy, that made you impressed the Liverpool supporters so much? Why would you not stick to the team that you won with? And so we spent a bag of money, although the net spend have been 150 based on based on what we did. Notwithstanding though, why would you change course? Is now the coach, and we are going to be backing him 100%. We want to see Liverpool style of play return, where the fortress again. Anfield is the fortress. We want to see again when people hear that Liverpool is in town, they are quaking in their boots. Why? Because we are bringing the heavy metal style of football. We are going to run you down to the ground. We are going to counteract. We are going to high press you. We are going to have our center off. Even Allison at some point is going to be at the half line because we are going to squeeze the very life out of you. That is the kind of football that we are accustomed to, and that is the kind of football we're hoping that Iraola can bring back to Liverpool. Because teams must know that Liverpool is back, and they must quake when them hear that we're in town, right? Arsenal must not feel like say, yo, them are gonna just run away with it. We know some man you can help the situation. Hit the like as you come in my side. Just hit the like. I'm Cornell, a Liverpool supporter. Whichever team you support, come and have your say. Hit the like, and of course leave your comments. Right? But Man U can't stop Arsenal. Who is going to stop Arsenal? No other team I see no. Because City showed in the Community Shield that they are shaky as hell. It's the same team that Pep left that this new coach don't get, and the team is a shadow of themselves. Right? Man U play Hull City today, them get two love. Yeah, Tottenham get being 3-0 today by a Brentford. Right? We not see where Chelsea are bringing it. Arsenal I do them thing. Who is going to stop Arsenal? It has to be Liverpool. It has to be Liverpool that is going to stop Arsenal. And I believe genuinely that if if Iraola is able to get the team to gel, and if they follow his instruction, just like how Bournemouth was under his tutelage and direction, I believe that we will be a force to reckon with. I just call out all the team members, and on paper, and based on what we know of these players, is not a bad squad. It's not a bad squad. I know a lot of us would have preferred for us, all right. We went out and do business, and we get Barcola, and if we get their money, was soup again and whatever. But if we don't get these players, we are gonna have to use what we have, right? And Iraola, he's not a magician, but he has a way of getting ordinary players to perform above the ordinary level. And that is what we're hoping to see tomorrow. My prediction score, we should beat Newcastle by at least two clear goals. Whether it's going to be 3-1, 2-0, right? I don't necessarily see them having the firepower to score on us, to be honest with you, unless we just, you know, stink up the floor. Unless we do that. Like we would have shoot ourselves in the foot. But I don't see Arsenal having the fire. I'm sorry, Newcastle having the firepower to score any goal on us. We should win that match, not say comfortably, because we're basically building a team, or rebuilding a team, right? But imagine a world where all our players are fit. Eketike is back. Bitetic is good. Bradley is good. Yeah. Gomez have no hope of injuries or whatever. Frimpong is settled in his mind because the last game he played in, he played an excellent game. I just think he needs to have more control. His feet are too light, for lack of a better word, for lack of a better term. Um, that's all right, Paul. Put it in like a bit. That's all right. Your wife's sewing you a new winner's shirt. No, I'm gonna support the club. So I need to get another jersey, and I need to get her one too, and my son. And yeah, we are the ones who love to hear Liverpool win and so forth. So I need to get some new kits. Um, peace, Irola. You can already see it, but only one first half so far. Depth will improve second half. Um, Minte is a great crosser of the ball, will suit Isak. So back to the Minte. If we get him again, again, I could, because he has space. Minter has space, and he he does square the ball good, and he's a fighter. And those are the kind of players that Iraola loves, and it have been the similar type of players that Klopp would have gone for. Those who will go on the wing and work their socks off and put the ball in. The truth is, that is the kind of service that Isak is going to need to be as good as we know he can be. I would just want him to stay safe, free from injury, and just set the place ablaze. Somebody has to step up and take Salah's position in terms of, even if you don't have one person, but if we can get Isak up to firing like how we saw him at Newcastle, just imagine that. And then to have Ekatike firing, just imagine that. And as I said, we may not have the all big name players in the squad, but hear what? What we want is not name. What we want is work rate. What we want is that fighting spirit. What we want are players who will run their socks off. And once that is the aim, then look out. Liverpool will only be we can only be the one to stop Arsenal. Yeah. Anyway, my team, I did say I'm gonna do 1 hour, so I'm a little bit over the hour now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close it out at this juncture. We're going. I hope I can start the watch alongs. My team, we really have plans for the channel. You know? Yeah, I just need to settle some things and push on with the channel. But we're going to close now. Um, I'll do a post match video. Hopefully, I'll do it tomorrow. If not, it's going to be Monday. And of course, we want to do another live in the week. So hit the subscribe button if you're new. Drop a like on the video. Paul, thanks a million, my bro, for being there from the start to finish. When I was MIA, I know you were asking when me there. I am back, and so I want to thank you. Thanks also to my wife, who is always supporting the chat, supporting her husband and the channel by extension. Um, Thank you all so much for coming. And if you're watching post the live, remember to leave your comments. You can still leave your comments and hit that subscribe. I am at 207. Let's get to 1,000 in no time. Blessings and thank you guys so much. Don't worry yourself. The Anfield agenda. No, I'm talking about Craig again. The Anfield effect is still up and running. All right. So blessings. See you in the next one.